Hey everyone, fall is here, and this is the officially unofficial Geek Channel weekly comic roundup. I am your host, as always, Carrie Quinn, and if you were missing me last week, I just decided to take a week off, but I am committed, as always, to this cause. The cause being me making videos about comics and other pop culture on YouTube. Yay! So awesome. Because it is fall, I am partaking in hot tea as I am speaking with you. It is Tazo tea. It is a chai, a vanilla caramel chai, I believe. Um, I really like that brand of tea. I know it's kind of, typical. I'm not really breaking any ground here by drinking Tazo tea, but here I am. And I'm doing it in my lovely Princess Leia Rebel mug. On this side, we have Princess Leia, the Rebel symbol, right? And then we have Don't Mess with a Princess. We also have like a little like Star Wars thing on the lip there on the inside, and so here we are. I do also have water here, but I'm going to be sipping on my tea because it's fall. Okay, so like a few things before we get started into the comics. So some things going on. Okay, so if you haven't already, I didn't do a comic book video, weekly comic book video last week, but I did do a Batman Day 2021 haul. You can go ahead and check that out if you haven't already. I'm going to be reading, lots of reading. Um, And I'm jealous because my boyfriend has gotten through most of them already because he is a turbo reader and I am not. More power to him. Yes, it is fall. I love fall. Fall is one of my favorite times of year. I'm also wearing my Halloween t-shirt because I love it. We had, I haven't gotten a chance to look at it yet. Haven't gotten a chance to watch the new Halloween Kills trailer, but I've heard good things. We've also got a new Cobra Kai trailer today that I haven't got a chance to watch. We got other stuff coming out. I I failed completely at watching the first couple seasons of Doom Patrol, and there's already a new season out, so I think I'm going to try watching them concurrently, in some kind of fashion, but, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. So fall is one of my favorite holidays, and on top of all that, because I love the cooler weather, I love pumpkin, I love tea, I love hot tea. I don't do really well in extreme temperatures. So for me, it's like spring and fall are like the really good times, okay? Um, but fall is also a favorite of mine because my birthday is in the fall. And there's a reason I'm telling you guys this. I'm telling you because this Friday at 8 p.m. Central Time, I am going to be doing a live broadcast this Friday, October 1st. That's my birthday. That's my actual birthday. I'm doing a live show. I'm going to be basically live streaming it here and also on Facebook. Um, I'm going to be doing a number of things. I'm going to be doing a live version of what you're getting here, my weekly comic review. I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to do a haul. Maybe my cats will make an appearance, I don't know. Um, it's my birthday, so there might be stuff to unbox. We never know. Never know with the mail these days, and we never know what anyone's actually doing or whatever. But I'm gonna do my weekly comic video. I'm gonna talk about Russell T Davies coming back to Doctor Who soon. I might talk about some of these other trailers, some of these other things I've been watching. And yeah, so just a wide variety of things. Maybe you'll get some opinion pieces from me. Um, who knows? Who knows? One thing I can tell you for certain is that there will be a live comic review, and it's a great week to do it because this coming week we're going to have Harley Quinn. We're going to have I believe we're going to have Robin. We're going to have Detective Comics. And these are going to be like Detective Comics and Harley are both going to be Fear State tie-ins. So, we also have some other really cool things that are coming out and I'm excited. So, please either tune in here on Friday at 8 p.m. Central Time or tune in on Facebook at 8 p.m. Central Time. It's pretty cool. But the number one reason we're here right now is we are here to talk about the comics. So let's go ahead and without further ado, get into that right now. Okay, guys, so we had an interesting week. What I'm going to do, kind of like what I've been doing the last few weeks, is I'm going to have my full video and then I'm also going to do a comic spotlight. And I'll let you guys know right now my comic spotlight of the week is going to be the Fear State tie-ins and the Fear State titles. So we're gonna have Nightwing, we're gonna talk Catwoman, Batman, and yeah, I'll go ahead and throw a little bit in there about Miracle Molly. This Batman Secret Files Miracle Molly, even though technically it is only listed as a Fear State tie-in, even though it's really more of an origin story. But we'll get into that later. So I'm going to talk about them a little bit here, but the real meat, when we take the plastic off of them, when we really look at them, is going to come in a separate video. So right here, we're going to try to be as spoiler-lite as possible, and then we will get into the real meat and potatoes in the spotlight video. So the first comic I'm going to talk to you guys about this week, and let me get my notes up here. I like to have notes, especially considering I did read these comics pretty early on. I did get through them pretty quickly this week, and I just now got the opportunity to do my videos. So my notes are a godsend. Okay, so the first comic I'm going to talk to you guys about, and these are obviously in order of enjoyment for me. It's my own personal opinion. You may vary, but that's just how this cookie crumbles a little bit, you know? So the first issue I'm going to be talking to you guys about this week is Justice League number 67. Okay, so we're not going to put this too far away right now because actually part of my gripe involves the cover. So we're still dealing with the Cinemar Utopica. I assure you I am pronouncing that incorrectly, and believe me, if you comment and you tell me I'm pronouncing incorrectly, I'm gonna be like, duh. I know. And it's not for lack of trying. I actually really did hear a video or watch a video about this guy in part. But it's gone. So this dude that was targeting Superman and has destroyed the Hall of Justice, and we have the United Worlds team coming into the fray, and it's not long. And they just keep fighting him, and they keep fighting him, and they keep fighting him, and it's not long until Batman figures out what the hell is going on and why it's not really going in their favor yet. That it's not really slowing down, it's not really working out yet for them. And he gets the idea that he's going to do what he does. And basically, he reacts to the situation, and it's not basically the way he reacts to the situation. I won't give it away. It really it really grabs the attention of the team from the United Planets, and they try to, like, issue some, like, first off, it works. What Batman does works, and it stops everything from happening. It doesn't mean that Superman and other people are kind of like salty with him a little bit, and you find out why, and you find out, like, how, and everything like that. If you've read it, if you haven't, check it out. Like I said, spoiler-lite, guys. So they want to do some, like, so Batman does what he does. He succeeds. The fighting stops, and the United Planets take notice of what he's done and how he's done it and the materials he used to do it. Now, apparently, they decided, let me sip this tea here. They decided that they want to do some kind of eminent domain type shit with this item, this main item that was able to facilitate the end of the conflict at that moment. Now, it belongs to someone, most definitely. It belongs to someone that is a part of the Justice League. And they are like, no siree, no siree, you don't get to take this. And they were like, we have domain to go ahead and take whatever we want. And he's like, no, you don't. You don't. Run along. Okay? So that might turn out to be an issue later on. Yeah, basically Superman and the whole Justice League is like, you can test that theory, but we stand together, which is really good. I do like the idea that they were standing together and like of one thought about the whole entire situation, because really it was arrogant. It was arrogant. There was definite arrogance on the part of the United Planets when, to be completely frank, it was their screw up that caused the situation to happen. But you know what? No, you know what? Just run along, and I'm sure we'll have to deal with this again later. But that's what happened. Okay, so here's my thing. In any of that, did you hear me use the any of that and talking about the overall spectrum and frame of what happened in the issue? In any of that, did you hear me use or even mutter the word Deathstroke? I'll give you a minute. Maybe you have to rewind. Okay, so here's the thing. You don't have to rewind. I'll go ahead and tell you. I am no part of that analysis, even Spoiler-lite. And even if I was going to go spoiler-tastic, as I will in my other video, in my Spotlight video, for the Batman titles, even if I was to go spoilerific, spoiler-tastic with this issue, Deathstroke himself never shows up. Never. Not once. You have a moment where Damon Rose, which is Lois Lane's brother, encounters a team of Deathstrokes Like, that's kind of weird. But, anyways, a team of Deathstrokes. More than one. There being enough, honestly, to indicate that they are probably not Deathstroke himself. There's always the possibility that Deathstroke himself could be within that group of, Deathstrokes during their own little, like, weird little psychotic flash mob, you know. Um, but if you were to look at the cover, and I'll bring this back up for you guys real quick. Okay, so here we have Black Canary on the cover, and Black Canary is fighting with we got our boy here. We got her boy here, Oliver Queen, Green Arrow, fighting the multiple Deathstrokes all around. And here we have the It's All Over Deathstroke. When you see a cover like that, let me just bring it back up again, because I'm gonna really hit this point home here with you guys. The reason why this comic ends up at the bottom of my stack this week, I hate fake outs. I hate really annoying fake outs, like the kind of fake outs that you get, and you see the cover and you're really excited because Deathstroke's in this, and then you look at the cover and you also get the indication that Green Arrow and Black Canary are both fighting the Gang of Deathstrokes and or Deathstroke himself. Black Canary and Oliver Queen are in the comic. They are, okay? Don't get me wrong. They are in the comic, but they come nowhere near in this issue to Deathstroke. I don't think I need to spell it out anymore. This is a fake out. I hate fake outs. The only reason I think that they've done this cover is because they are trying to build momentum, build excitement over the new Deathstroke Inc. that's coming out. I believe the first issue is supposed to come out this week, but it also might have been pushed back. I can't remember. So this coming week, it's supposed to come out. So that's what we've got going on here. That's the main problem that I have with the comic. But let's go ahead and talk about the next one, which is Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, number 4 of 8. Okay, so I actually kind of like this one, as opposed to others, previous ones, where I kind of went back and forth between liking it and not liking it. So we are still following the trail of destruction. Let's call it what it is, the trail of destruction this guy they are hunting for has left in his wake, where it basically seems that he is like some kind of genocidal implementer for hire. So he's a murderer. He is a mass murderer. And he's a mass murderer for hire. We find out, spoiler-lite here, guys, that a certain a certain character is still salvageable. Cross your fingers here. So that's good. So I think that I think I am in this to the end, because for me it got to the point where it's like I have to know what happens to that character by the end, so I'm just gonna keep on with it. And yeah, so it just it made it like a little bit more salvageable for me. But overall, like, this issue was really kind of, I don't know what kind of pizzazz, what kind of spunk it had in it, but it did. And I did actually like this issue. So we're kind of 50-50 here on Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. So we're going to keep going with that. It's only 8 issues, and I have to know what happens. Okay, so really light week. I know I've kind of like talked your fucking ear off, but the next issues we're gonna go through kind of quickly because I'm gonna do the other video, and I want you to tune into the other video, because I really want to like dive into these so much because and get spoiler-tastic with them because there's little nuances and little points that I found in each of them that really pulled me in. So the first one I'm going to talk about real quick here is Batman Secret Files Miracle Molly. I really enjoyed this one. So this is an origin of sorts for Miracle Molly. It kind of hit home for me because of her kind of going to an office every day and having to do that, and that's my day life, you know, and feeling underappreciated and everything like that, and no one will listen to her. So she's, you know, spends long nights kind of looking into different things and like kind of down a rabbit hole involving the Insanity Collective. And she decides that that's what she wants for herself. And obviously, we know where she is now. So, really interesting art style in this. It was really cool. I did enjoy that. Kind of looked kind of like rustic old school art style, which was kind of cool. Really liked it. We find out what Miracle Molly's real name is. We find out a bunch of other things about her. It's because, you know, she actually runs into someone that knows who she was previously. So I'm going to be getting into that a little bit more detail in my other video, my spoiler-tastic comic spotlight video. The next one we're going to talk about is Nightwing 84. It's a definite Fear State tie-in. Definite Fear State. In fact, if you have not read the Fear State books from this prior week yet, if you're a little bit behind, I recommend that you read them this way. I recommend that you read Nightwing, then Catwoman, then Batman. That's why I would recommend that you read these. Nightwing is still in Bloodhaven at this point, and he gets a distorted and encrypted message from what he thinks is Oracle. But we, if you've been reading the Fear State issues, know better. So he actually finds himself in quite the pickle and runs into someone he knows, and then he finds out basically the story and what's been happening up to now. And there's a really surprise kind of ending to Nightwing this month. And I'm not going to talk about it here. I'm going to talk about it, like I said, in more detail in the next video. So tune in because I definitely want to talk about it. There's thoughts that I have involving this, and I'm gonna talk about them there. So the next issue I'm going to talk about is Catwoman. Catwoman number 35. I love the cover there. That's the cover A. I am really loving the Catwoman run. I am sad that I heard that about, I think I heard it was December, Romvy is done with the with Catwoman. It might be a little bit later on. I might be confusing that with Batman, but yeah, he's gonna be done with Catwoman soon. That's sad. Because I have been really enjoying this run. Alleytown it's another Fear State tie-in. LA Town is under attack by the magistrate. Selena's sister basically told her, this takes care of like what happens right after the last issue. Selena's sister basically gives her the most heartbreaking, like, goodbye. Okay, so Maggie is fine. Maggie's fine. Maggie's probably a little shooken up, but basically says to Selena in more or less words that I love you, but you're difficult to love. Oh my God, if any of you have ever heard that before, I know I have, um, that's gonna hit home for you. Like, when basically she says that, like, she doesn't say it exactly like that, but it's the gist of what she's saying. I love you, but you're difficult to love. So she's having this conversation with someone else, and you get to find out, like, kind of, you know, off to the side what happened and all that. And it's like, I'm definitely going to be talking about that moment in the next video because there's spoilers involving there. So she is talking to Hadley, which R.I.P. Hadley was killed in the last issue. A little spoilery there, Carrie. Sorry about that. But if you haven't read Catwoman, you should get on that from last month. See here, I'm looking at my notes. She gets you definitely see like Nightwing in his issue, you see Catwoman in her issue getting the messages that are incorrect from Anti-Oracle, and so she gets those messages, and just her reaction to those messages was just like hard to take. Because or the Anti-Oracle has really put out a doozy out there that's really going to emotionally wreck Selena. And she is going to be, at that point, she's you know, she doesn't know what to believe. She kind of believes it, but she's like, no, it's not true. It can't be true. So she heads off, like she's gonna rush off to Gotham. But she does get sidetracked. And set straight. So thankfully, she hasn't gone all the way back to Gotham. So, but we're going to talk more about that in the next video. Like I said, we're going to real quick talk about Batman 113. Obviously, it's the main Fear State book. This is really interesting. There's not a lot of action in it, but it is informative and kind of trippy a little bit. So the Ghostmaker, it's mostly Ghostmaker and Batman, and Batman is like still being affected by whatever Crane did to him when he was being held by Crane. And so he needs Ghostmaker's help. So Ghostmaker helps him and also reveals to him an extra special connection he has to the situation, to give him a little bit more information about what Batman, Gotham, and basically all around are dealing with at this point. There is a really cool scene. I really like the scene between Renee Montoya and Batman. I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in my other video, so, you know, tune into that one. We have a secondary story with Clown Killer. Excuse me, not Clown Killer, Clown Hunter. I keep on getting that wrong. Clown Hunter. It's a continuation of what we started in the last issue. It's going pretty well, and it does go along with Fear State. And I do kind of like where that's going. I am going to talk about it, even though it's a secondary story, in the next video. So there you have it. That is what I have read this week. There's a couple things I didn't get to, which is fine. It's fine. I will get to them. And I will be caught up someday. Uh, oh, guys, you don't even know. So here's the deal. Really quick, please, um, make sure if you're available to come and join us for the live feed on Friday, 8 p.m. Central Time, here on YouTube. We're on YouTube. We're on YouTube. Where I am going to be doing, among other things, a live version of my comic review, my weekly comic review, and among other things. And because it's my birthday, we're celebrating my birthday. I turn 40 this year, the big 40. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. But anyways, guys, please like this video, comment, subscribe. I don't get a lot of comments, so I really am on top of trying to respond to them, and I like trying to engage with you guys and respond to your comments. So as long as it doesn't, I don't become some, YouTube superstar, and I don't foresee that happening, please comment and I will do my best to respond. Please come check out our Facebook, like the Facebook. If you are so inclined, go ahead and contribute to my Buy Me a Coffee. All that stuff is going to be down, the stuff is going to be down below in the description. Yes. And what else do I want to tell you guys? Oh, join us Friday. Check out the description. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. And I'm here for you every week. I have a recent video talking about, really quick, about RTD, Russell T Davies, taking over as basically taking it back, coming back to Doctor Who. Really excited about that. Just a quick little video where I kind of freak out about that a little bit. Down below, I have other review videos. I've got a quickie review of Why the Last Man. Got a quickie review of the beginning of the new season of What We Do in the Shadows. There's other stuff down there. There's other stuff. And haul videos. The Batman haul. The Batman Day 2021 haul video. Check it out. I got a lot of stuff, guys. You gotta check out the cool stuff I got. And as always, this has been the officially unofficial Geek Channel weekly comic review. I am your host, as always, Carrie Quinn. And be kind to each other. Vaccinate if you haven't already. Care about one another to keep each other safe. Keep reading. Keep reading because life sucks. Buy a book. And I'll be seeing you guys.